generally be okay. Use an ultimate to protect herself from Bikito. Kagura is where it gets a little difficult for Clint, right? He has to walk up to get his damage out. Even with the empowered auto attacks, it still might not necessarily keep him safe. Now Team Hawk blocking in the Ling and as well as the Hilda to disrupt the Amon. Very good options. The Hilda is going to make Amon's life so difficult at level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, that's going to be really difficult to play around. So if Orange Esports do intend to put the Amon into the mid lane, this is where they go for a bulkier jungle. The Balman still going to be open for the hands of Subway, but we'll see whether or not that is the choice. Team Hawk overall, I feel like their comp might be a little bit greedy. They do need to take some time to really scale up on a lot of these heroes.
I mean, they can make stuff happen, I suppose. We'll see. I mean, Esme gets locked in for the side of Orange Esports, so that means Amon is going into the jungle. Stormy on balance. All right. Normal stuff. Team Hawk, not too different here. I think Neo should have an okay time against Lola. Then again, Lola has been pulling up some really good 1v1s.
But Neo is a really intimidating EXP laner. He will be able to get the job done, so that's going to be an important matchup to watch out for.
Yeah, it really is going to make a difference in this upcoming game. As Team Hawk are going to be chanting from the top floors of Quill City Mall. Let's jump right into it, recapping the composition, starting off with Team Hawk. They are going to be playing for their gold lane, but they have a lot of disruption in the earlier stages to help them transition into mid, while Orange Esports, they need to get to level 4 to start making plays across the map. They're going to play through their gold lane as always. Let's see whether Valence can bully Panda out of lane.
Will Orange Esports be able to secure an easy path through the upper bracket with a clean sweep? Or will Team Hawk show to their former teammates that they have what it takes as well to continue their journey towards that lofty throne? The Land of Dawn awaits once again. And now Min going to be heavily targeted. Orange Esports already knew he would be coming. These players, they know each other's habits.
They are sharp. They expected Min for the invade. They group up as 3 and instantly take him out. And now Amon is going to have level 1, level 2, no problem.
Yeah, and that's going to be the most important stage of the game for Subway especially. He needs to be able to hit that level 4 in order to really start snowballing with that endless shards. And that is going to be the timing that Orange Esports wants to prioritize.
Yeah, look at this. Neo, he wants to... he just wants to trade against Lola. He wants to get as much gold as he possibly can with the Avarice and then come back into lane and just sandbag him again.
AIM gonna be focusing a lot on this mid lane. They are aware of that mid lane priority to allow for themselves to maintain some semblance of map control. Having a Ling and a Hilda playing means that they need vision over this portion of the map.
Yeah, and this is gonna suck for Panda because Clint is gonna keep on bullying him all day long until he gets his item. So, well, now that Gary is going to be hovering around this side of the map, I'm pretty sure he should get a free push here if they are able to trade him out. Yeah, Clint is backing off. He knows that the Ling is nearby, so that means it's a free push for Panda.
And because of that, Orange Esports knows that Gary is down here. Valence, you might be fighting me off a bit more than you can chew right now. There's still going to be the Tempest of Blades from Gary, but Valence gets another trapping recoil. Not quite enough though. First blood claimed by Gary.
All right. Bit weird coming in from Valence. Not sure why he decided to contest that without calling his teammates much earlier on. The rotation came a little late. I guess he maybe overestimated himself here, but it does mean that Team Hawk should be able to get the turtle no problem.
Yeah, that was definitely overconfidence by Valence. Very characteristic of him. He was confident that he could actually take that 1v1. And all things considered, he did get quite close. If this was literally 1 or 2 minutes later, he would have gotten the kill on Gary. But yeah, just a little bit too greedy.
Yep, once again, Min not really having much impact in this game. He can't really invade, and every time he does try, they notice him straight away and look to push it out. Like, look at Stormy. He's forcing the mid wave down as quickly as possible, and even Panda is trying to get some pressure of his own.
But now the Fatal Link is going to find Min right into the Endless Shard. That's a lot of ultimates invested onto the enemy roamer, but with that open, that means that Neo will have a much freer time invading the jungle.
I mean, look at the time of which they killed him, right? There's nothing to contest for on the map. Like, the side lanes just want to scale. Clint is naturally winning the lane. Neo has vision exactly where Gary wants to be, so you might as well take the free donation.
I guess that is true, and with that as well, it does make it a lot safer for Valence to farm in the gold lane without thinking about Hilda. But now in the top lane, a 2v2, endless shards onto Gary. Doesn't have enough shards built up to get the one shot, so the Ling will get out, and Lola is the one securing the gold crab.
Yeah, it feels like right now, Subway is kind of everywhere on the map. He's trying to affect the gold lanes. He's trying to make sure that Gary doesn't feel comfortable anymore. And as soon as Hilda starts popping out, he knows where he is, so he's going to play on the opposite side of the map. And more so, getting ready with Stormy once he recalls to get his mana back.
Stormy on this Valentina hasn't gotten a lot of chance to show his stuff yet here in this game, and Team Hunk has specifically drafted a composition that basically has no valuable ultimates for the Valentina to utilize, maybe with the exception of Tempest Ablaze to allow him to get out of sticky situations.
Yep, no, I totally agree with you. There's not a lot of good ults for him, and he has a pretty bad mid lane matchup. Like, Kagura completely outranges her.
But now, AIM gonna be scouting out Min. They're both buying time for their teammates to come on over because they know that they need to battle around this turtle pit. Gary going to be the one to start it off. But now Orange Esports, they're the ones. Oh, Valens! Does he die to this? No, he is still alive, and that means Man will die. Min gonna chase him down, but that means that Orange Esports now a little bit out of position. They cannot contest the turtle. Endless shards going to be wasted on the Hilda, not even picking up the kill. Gary gets the free neutral objective.
Okay, that happened. All right. It's a 1-for-1 trade overall. I'm surprised that Valens still wanted to try and claim an assist of some sort. I do think that AIM could have pulled them in a different direction, but right now, let's see what they do with Lola.
Yep, Neo could be in a bit of trouble, but he is an Esmeralda. He's already gotten, I think, probably his first item, so he's able to survive that. As now Orange Esports changed their target to Panda. He's able to jump away with the heavy crossbow though, so no successful attempts of these ganks across the map.
Yep. Once again, top side, not much happening here, and as long as Lola isn't winning this matchup against Neo, Neo is just naturally scaling and winning without doing too much.
Yep, and that's exactly what Neo wants to achieve. Ideally, Lola is the one that wants to be unlocked from... what is happening there? Fatal Link's taking ages to execute, but they will finally pull Min back, and that's going to be a kill given over to Valens, so Neo finally gets taken out with the help from Man, as Gary also picks up the mid-tier 1.
Very smart of Stormy to make sure he steals the Tempest of Blades in case there is a commitment, but so far Team Hawk going to be playing for these for these towers and objectives. They want to punish Panda once again.
Panda, he's going to jump in Valence's direction to escape the other two, but that's going to be his death. No way he's escaping from a 3-man gank. So Orange Esports continues to focus on giving Valence farm. Team Hawk, it looks like they're rotating people over to stop this, but Orange Esports are already out of there.
Actually, that's not a bad play coming in from Panda. He ends up dying. He uses his explosive crossbow to blow up the wave and trade against Clint, but it's really just to clear the wave, and they actually save that bottom tier 1 because of his sacrifice.
That is a good catch right there. Definitely things that people would not consider, but clearing up the wave does mean that the tier 1 tower will not fall to Orange Esports, and with the turtle coming back up, that lack of map control means that Team Hawk still will be in a better position over the river.
Now make sure, guys, even if you are in Panda's position, clearing the wave doesn't necessarily mean you save the tower. Make sure your team rotates, but no, the catch!
Fatal Links on 2 members as Lola is taken out by the Endless Shards. That's going to be the ultimate down for another few seconds for Orange Esports, meaning that Subway cannot walk up to contest the turtle. So Orange Esports focuses on the fight. AIM finishes off Min as the Tempest Blaze comes out. They find Valens. Looks like Stormy will fall in succession to Gary. Subway, does he have his ultimate back up? No! So Gary picks up the double kill.
No, Subway was just a couple of seconds off his ultimate there. That's so unfortunate. That 1v1 should have been his.
That's really sad right there. He thought he could prolong it long enough, but that is going to be really bad for Orange Esports. Gary now sitting on 3-0. And the Ling, you know, this hero is going to snowball off of any momentum you give it.
Yeah, Gary going to continue being efficient as always on this Ling. Rather frustrating, but Orange Esports, they've been in this exact same position against Team Hawk before. Similar to game number 1, give them the towers, have a very slight goal lead ahead of them, but don't worry, we'll come back in the later stages of the game.
But what are the chances of Orange Esports being able to come back in this game as compared to before? They no longer have the armor shred from the Irritel, and their high ground defense is going to be a little bit weaker without the Farsa as well.
Well, let's take into consideration that Team Hawk's composition is purely designed around Panda and as well as Mon, right? Those are the two main damage dealers. Both Gary and Lola are looking to jump in and finish off what Panda and Mon set up for. But the question is, where's the setup, right? Min is basically unplayable on this Hilda throughout the game. The most that he can do is run towards the backline. So if Orange Esports just protect both Valence and as well as Stormy, generally they should be fine. And I think they should be protecting Valence more often than Stormy.
I agree with you there. Min now going to be caught again by the Fatal Links. The rest of Team Hawk coming to back him up. Endless shots going to be launched, but no deaths overall as Stormy extends too far and dies alongside Subway for a killing spree over the Team Hawk.
That's what you want to see from Team Hawk. Great play and a great yin-yang overturn coming in from Malin, landing on two important targets. Orange Esports have the setup, but they don't necessarily have the damage. So for the time being, they can just play this slow. And Team Hawk, they want to respond to how Orange Esports engages.
Orange Esports right now feels like they're depending a little bit too much on Team Hawk making the same mistakes as before and diving a bit too deep to set up for the multiplayer Fatal Links. But I imagine that Team Hawk are not going to fall for the same sort of mistakes twice. And now that they do have the link to easily dive into the backline with massive amounts of damage, I'm not sure if Orange Esports are able to keep up.
Well, we'll see, because right now Team Hawk with the 4K goal lead and Lord pushing, that should technically extend their lead to about 5K. We'll see whether it makes it to the 7K mark here, but with that tier 2, it should be about 4,800. If they get the mid-tier tier 2 as well, that should be 5,200.
Right now, though, Team Hawk, they have full control over the jungle area, completely choking out any chances of Orange Esports gaining more farm and picking up their own buffs. Split pushing all of the lanes at once to prepare for that. Lord shoving down the bottom lane. Even AIM forced to escape with the perfect match.
Yep, they've already hit 5,000. Now they just need to break that mid-tier 2 as well. They're slow pushing, like Lord can do its own thing on the bottom side, while the second waves are starting to start crashing down on mid-tier 2.
This is not a good sign for Orange Esports. All the external towers will fall instantly. Team Hawk looking for the full dive onto the bottom side as Gary jumps in on top of Valence. He's going to be forced to use his Tempest to Blaze. Valence still alive. Is not. The Fatal Links though finds through. Gary gets shut down. Min follows. Double kill going over to Valence as he picks up Lola, and Panda falls as the triple kill over the Orange Esports. Even Stormy using the heavy crossbow to finish off the final member of Team Hawk.
And that's their win condition. It's all up to AIM's engage. They found it. Let's have an instant replay one more time. Keep your eyes on AIM on this Atlas, because when he comes in from the flank, they immediately start to punish. Neo gives his life, but Stormy jumping on in and boldly taking the explosive crossbow. You would never expect a Valentina to steal an ult like that.
Wait, how does Stormy have that much damage on the heavy crossbow? It's not as if he's building physical damage items. I'm kind of wondering how that ultimate scaling works when it's stolen by the Valentina.
I mean, it still scales with the amount of AP that he, magic damage that he actually has. But now that they're peeling back towards the top side of the map, hopefully they don't have to take another engagement again. Now remember, Stormy's ultimate, when you target somebody, they get slowed down. So the idea is that once they get close enough to Panda, they can really start to punish him. If he steals the explosive crossbow, Panda is going to be at a 60% slow, allowing the rest of Orange Esports to collapse on him a lot faster, and he won't have the movement speed because he took Purify instead of Sprint.
I see, that does actually make a lot of sense, and definitely something that people would not think about very often. But in one fell swoop, Orange Esports reduces the 5K net worth lead of Team Hawk to only 700. And with the Lord coming back up, this could be go time for them. But Team Hawk definitely needs to avoid making that same kind of mistake. I literally mentioned it earlier. Don't dive too far and put yourself in a position for that Fatal Links. But instantly, they're looking for a re-engage. Neo, Subway might be out of position, but they are still okay. They're going to chase the rest of Team Hawk off to set up for the rest of their team Look at Aim's positioning.
Yeah, he's in Pixel Brush. He might be able to find this Panda. He takes the safe road.
Yep, he's gonna find Min. Fatal Links onto the Hilda, pulls him back into the team. The rest of them engaging. Gary jumping onto Balance, but he's alive with the Wind of Nature. They've already taken out Subway beforehand, but Tempest of Blades forced out by Gary. Here comes Lola. He finds Balance with the shutdown, but Stormy once again with the heavy crossbow picks up the kill onto Gary. Both junglers are down, and Neo is forced back to the base to do some housekeeping, not allowing the backdoor on the minions. This could be a chance for Lola to re-engage onto Aim, but Stormy will prevent that.
Yep, that is a 2-for-2 trade. I did not realize that there was popcorn here at the playoff.
Yes.
That smells so very good, but now the next engagement begins.
Yep, Aim gonna be burst down, but he has immortality, so he's still okay as Neo now jumps.
Oh!
So much damage on the Valentina! Pops, man, like a balloon! Aim now looking for the re-engage. He does have Fatal Link, but he doesn't even need it. Stormy is online! The Valentina has hit his power spike.
Oh my goodness, Stormy just plays Valentina like a madman this time. And this is why Team Hawk is a little nervous to look for these engages. As aggressive as they get, Aim is always ready to go for the counter engage. He's not dying as much, but he's definitely warmed up on this Atlas.
Absolutely, he knows that all he has to do is wait for Team Hawk to walk in, and then he will get the perfect chance to execute. And now the Lord has been secured by Valence. Even Gary being forced to use the Tempest of Blades to avoid the endless shards damage.
He was nervous there. He was nervous. I don't think that would have killed him, but he definitely was like, just in case.
Would you take the risk, though?
I would take the risk.
Really?
I don't think Subway had enough shards to one-shot a Ling from 100 HP, from 100% HP, with a little bit of shields as well. So that's personally for me.
Well, it's hard to say to know for certain, but now Orange Esports, they see Lola, they know he is by himself. This is the best target they could go for in this current moment. He's going to be able to juke away from the perfect match, but the rest of Orange Esports are pushing in. They are using the Lord as a distraction.
Yeah, Lola's like, hell no, I don't want to be part of this, but he's about to knock up Subway.
Yep, Aim, he's still looking for the perfect match. The Lord going to be buying a lot of time in the mid lane. Fatal Links will be missed entirely. Lola perfectly times his flicker to escape the engagement, but the Lord pushing in mid-wave. Orange Esports, though, they may have to respond to Gary. He is split pushing the top side, and he does have a minion wave, so they're going to send Neo back, but Gary, I might actually get this. Falling Star Moon, gonna stop him. Min gonna die as well to the side of Orange Esports, but Gary, he does get the inhibitor, and he gets out alive.
No, don't recall. Just go steal the purple. Yes. Go over to the purple side. Good communication from Team Hawk. They send Min in. He ends up dying for the purple buff. They give Gary the information. They know that the purple buff is back online, so Gary doesn't lose anything off of this.
Now that we are at the 16th minute of the game, we know for certain Orange Esports has the better team fight. There is a lot of damage on Valence as well as Stormy, but they still have to be wary of Gary's positioning. This Ling has won games for many teams in the past purely through split pushing, so Neo is basically stuck permanently as a housekeeper.
Yes, because now with 2 inhibitors down, this enables Team Hawk. Oh god, Valence, he lives for now, but Aim!
He's looking for it, he gets the 2-man the Fatal Links, but the rest of the team not in position to follow up, so instantly Aim is going to fall. Stormy somehow still alive. He's looking for the re-engage, but he gets shut down by Lola, so Valence will finish off Panda, though he is out of position. He has no Wind of Nature. Subway, though, will delay Gary's advance, and Neo finds the 2-man falling Star Moon. Gary with the Drunken will not save you. Double kill going over to Subway, and he will force Min back as well.
Min doesn't even need to flinch from that endless shards. There's not enough stacks built up, but Gary, he did not need to chase that. He was aware. He thought he could just tap him once and he would die, but Valence has more than enough lifesteal, and the fact that he had to use his flicker was already good enough. Gary, he needs more energy, and he must have his ultimate if he's looking for this engagement onto Valence specifically.
I honestly cannot believe we are witnessing such a close competition yet again. These two teams are truly well matched. But with the Lord spawning up yet again, this is a very important objective for Orange Esports. They only have 1 inhibitor. They cannot give this to Team Hawk.
Yeah, they cannot, but they're pulling the Lord to their side of the map. Now, they realize, okay, we might need to start clearing up these lanes. It's a little difficult to get in on this, and Team Hawk, Ling has not shown himself just yet, but will clear that bottom side first, allowing Orange to actually respond the same way to the top side.
It's very wise that Neos pushes out that bottom lane entirely, because they know if they even leave it at the halfway point, Gary is going to snap up on that instantly. They need as much space as they can to take this Lord. They'll drop it down to 50% HP, but this could be very risky. Team Hawk, they're looking for the engage. Gary gonna jump onto the backline, but forced to use Tempest of Blades very early on as Subway nearly takes out Lola. He'll chase him away. They fight Panda. What are you doing there? Out of position. Fatal Links gonna find one more. Gary forced to jump away. Lola finally falls into the hands of Subway, and that means Team Hawk are 2 members down. Orange Esports should contest this Lord with impunity.
Orange Esports played that Lord dance perfectly. Their push and pull is really sharp today. Team Hawk was a little cluttered. They were trying to figure out which angle was the best, but Orange Esports, with the better positioning, allowed themselves to show aim, to start showing Subway as well, allowing and funneling Team Hawk into a choke point before unleashing Havoc.
It definitely felt like Team Hawk jumped the gun a little bit there. They tried to engage too aggressively. Aim! He gets the Fatal Links on Gary! Right off the wall! There goes the jungler on the side of Team Hawk. This is an even freer Lord now.
It's guaranteed. Well done to Orange Esports. They really understand the habits. They saw Link play on that top side once. They remembered it. They made sure that aim was there to punish him, and they do it all over again.
That's gotta feel bad for Gary right there. Caught out yet again, this time from the bushes that he wasn't even considering aim. Showing a masterclass on positioning with this Atlas.
Now with full items, let's have a look at what they're going for. With the Clint, he is deciding to go for Endless Battle plus Thunderbelt. He wants to make sure that his burst is really, really high. He's not bothering to go for the Malefic Roar anymore because his main targets generally don't have a lot of defense.
And we can see both Valence and Panda again electing not to grab boots. They've already traded that out for the final item, going for the full build, full damage. Luminous Lord now going to be pushing down bottom lane. This is the final evolution. It will do a lot of damage. This inhibitor should fall instantly. Orange Esports want to escort this. They're looking for the engage. Subway gets the endless shots. Does not take out Panda, but the flicker into the 2-man Fatal Links finds Gary, finds Min. The crystal is exposed. The Lord is on it. Orange Esports will break right through, securing their process through the upper bracket in a 2-0 clean sweep.
GG, well played to Orange Esports.